Alright, we are live. I'm hoping this works. Hoping to God this works. Let me just get the overlay up. That should be good. Okay. Yep. Alrighty, we are finally back. It's been a hot minute since we last did a stream, and that's due to a variety of factors which have been heavily frustrating. But we are here now, and we've got the Pacers taking on the Nets. The starting lineup remains the same, and the injury list is quite short. Seth Curry is back, and that is basically the gist of things. Yeah. So currently, the starting five has seemed to be working. Ben Simmons, since we last spoke, has been on a very good run of form. I mean, I haven't done a stream where Ben Simmons has been performing at his peak, which is awesome. And yeah, I mean, he's, I think, averaging about 14, 6, and 7 since, the last 5 games, where he has been much, much better. His last 5, I think he's been in excess of about 10 points every single time he's gone out on the court. And I do think that him starting on the bench for those few games, was very important for him and his confidence. Just to get, back up to speed. And I do think that, if you had him out on the court for 30 minutes while he was playing like garbage, then, probably did more harm than good, because, you were giving minutes to a guy who was contributing negatively, and doing not much else. But now that he's found his bearings, and noticeably the confidence is back, it's going to go a long way in, dictating how well we perform this season. So yeah, I mean, it's good to see him finally picking up speed. And I do think confidence has just been the number one thing. He looks more mobile when he moves. He just looks more free defensively. He seems to be more engaged and locked in. It's all pointing in the right direction for Ben in this game. But I mean, the last 5 games, if we look at it since I last streamed, we've conceded 150 to the Kings, and at that point, we needed some mass change. So that was the first game. The second game, I do believe, I just want to double check this. I don't want to throw out their wrong statistics and whatnot, but the last 5, we beat Portland via courtesy of a tip-in by Royce O'Neal. Then we beat the Grizzlies very convincingly. I mean, they missed probably their best 3 players in Jaren Jackson, Ja, and Desmond Bane, who they usually torch us. Then we lost to Philly with their 3 best players out, and that was a quite lethargic performance. That was a disappointing performance. Obviously had our best team in, and you would have expected every day of the week for us to get up in that game. So then we needed to respond, and once again we did so. We beat the Raps. They were missing Scotty Barnes and Van Vliet, but in saying that, I just think the key for us at the moment is defense and also rebounding. Rebounding's probably the number one thing, and I don't know why this has been an issue for like the best part of 5 years. We've never had a proper center except for Jared Allen, and we know what things he's doing at Cleveland at the moment, so it's a bit of a bummer that he is not on our roster right now. But look, at the moment, things are pointing in the right direction. I can say there's probably more good than bad going on with the organization. We had a lot of instability at the start of the season, and It's good that finally, we finally seem to be right on track. Kevin Durant's performing. He's not actually having to do an excessive amount because we've had in the last few games lots of contributions. Whether that may be Seth Curry, whether that may be the starting lineup, like Royce O'Neal, for example, and whatnot. So it's good that we're going to need that spread. If we want to win games, we need a spread, an even spread of contributions, and we've gotten that at the moment, and the results are showing. I was watching the Sixers Nets game, and they kept giving up boards 4 or 5 a possession. I mean, that was an extremity. I was watching it, and it was incredibly hard to watch when I think they had about... I mean, it was a huge disparity in terms of offensive rebounds, and that was leading to a ton of second chance points. I think they won the game on the back of them just having about 15 extra shots than us. They made one less shot. They made a few more 3-pointers, probably via courtesy of those offensive rebounds. But apart from that, there wasn't really any difference in anything. So, yeah, it was disappointing, that game. But look, it is what it is. That game's in the past now. There's obviously not much you can do. We need an actual interior center, and we need to trade for a big man. The one that always comes up, or seems to come up, is always Miles Turner, and or it's Dwight Howard, or someone, on that kind of scope. And look, I don't think any of those players are the answer. If you're giving up, like, I've seen trades saying, trade Joe, Cam, and a first for Miles Turner. I think that's overkill. And I do think, Joe, you have to be patient. I mean, how many people were bagging Ben Simmons? What is Indy doing in the warm-ups? I have no idea, but I think you need to be patient with Joe. He will find his shot. He has been a pretty damn good shooter for many years. He has fallen off a little bit, but this season you could say a lot. But I do think he's going to find his shot eventually, and I do think he's a good piece for the team. If Seth Curry isn't firing, now we can talk about Yuta Watanabe as a proper 3-point shooter. If he's not firing, then Joe, I would think, would be firing if one of those two aren't. So I just think he adds another just another aspect of our offense, that defenses have to deal with. The game is starting shortly. Playoff Joe is worrying. I think a lot of people are still caught up in that series. I mean, that series is done. It's in the past now. I'm not concerned about what he did in the past. Sure, it was an absolute killer when he missed some shots, but we can't say that, Joe wouldn't have had the pressure of having to make those shots if we had, Kyrie Irving, if we had James Harden at full fitness. You can't tell me if they weren't at full fitness, Joe Harris isn't taking a mid-range. So I just think it's a responsibility that he should have never gotten. And that's not his fault. Am I going to put the game up? No. I'm doing a play-by-play. Yeah. Meatloaf, hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm a little bit behind. Last season, though, people told me that, your reaction is way behind what's going on. So what I've done is I'm now managing the clock myself, and my reaction will be in sync with what you're seeing on the stream. So we'll be all behind, but it's going to be more authentic, if you know what I'm saying. And straight away, Kyrie scores a layup immediately off the tip-off, and we already have our first basket 5 seconds into the game. So there you go. Let me know if anything's wrong with the stream. Those filing in now, welcome. Miles Turner had Claxton in the air, and we have the Indiana Pacers scoring their first bucket of the game. So Miles Turner, I can imagine. I mean, Turner and Jalen Smith are quite tall, both about 6'10" at least. So we need to focus on getting as many points as possible or preventing as many points on the offensive glass. Nets just scored another bucket. Claxton cut back door, and there was no one occupying the paint. Halliburton's guarded by Simmons. Looks like that's going to be the assignment, and he shoots a 3, and he misses the 3. That looked pretty good off the release. And now Ben Simmons, in transition, takes it all the way, and I mean, that is exactly what he has been showing in the last week and a half. And when he is at his best and has that confidence, he's going to be very tough to stop. Healed off the glass, gets past Clax, and a bit of back and forth early. Don't discredit the Pacers, though. Kyrie for 3 is off. He has been god-awful from that mark this season. Healed, stops, and pulls up, and misses badly, and it will be a side-out Nets ball. Yeah, the Pacers have a winning record, amazingly enough. They've got a better record than us at the moment. So, Rick Carlisle has put together a pretty good team. I mean, everyone's playing their role. Looks like Hield's going to get the assignment on Kevin Durant here. And he's going to shoot over the top, Kevin. And it is another score for the Nets. So, 8-4 early. And it's Halliburton with the ball now. Switch, Claxton guarding on the outside, and Royce is guarding Buddy Hield. Probably their most perimeter... oh, my goodness. Biggest perimeter threat. And it looks like we've got a kick ball on the Nets. Nearly a turnover created by Royce, who dove into the passing lane, but couldn't secure. And it will still be Pacers. Ball on the side outs. So Halliburton will feed Turner and probably get it back. I think it's going to be tough for the Pacers to get shots up in this game. We've got some good matchups around the court. Royce O'Neal holds his own, but Turner with a nice fadeaway. And it's 8-6. And now Kevin Durant, the screen by Kyrie, and the switch. Neesmith guarding on the outside. And KD just passed it straight to Halliburton. Transition, no look to Smith, and that is going to be a foul on Kevin Durant. Last line of defense, and it will be a couple of shots coming up for Jalen Smith at the free throw line. That's just really sensible play by Indiana. So early going this one, and the lead is 8-6 Brooklyn. It's been pretty even. Some good matchups around the court. Alrighty. So Jalen Smith free throw coming up, and the free throw is good, and the lead is back down to zilch. So Ben's going to look for a handoff here to Kyrie. He gives it to Royce instead. And now Ben rolls. Royce finds Claxton under the basket. And he gets the defenders in the air. And that's an easy reverse layup. Some off-ball screens by the Pacers. Halliburton gets it back. And now the switch. Claxton does well to stay with him. Halliburton feeds it out to Smith. And now Turner... edge of the paint. He's got to find Hield. Drive. Ball fake. And Jalen Smith with an easy dunk under the basket. That was well maneuvered by the Pacers. I mean, they could have easily panicked in that situation, but found the best shot with barely any time to spare. KD backdoor cut. Royce extra pass. Kyrie had an open 3 and went for the more high percentage look and found Kevin Durant under the basket. So... I mean, Kyrie would have shot the 3 usually, but a more unselfish play, which is a bit unlike him, I guess you could say. Neesmith miss on the 3. Nets transition. Kyrie from the elbow is off, and it will be Pacer rebound. So Halliburton feeds Neesmith. Guarded by Ben, and now Turner in the post. One-on-one with Clax. Trying to get through, and we're going to get another foul under the basket. So Turner will shoot 2 free throws. They've done a fairly good job of getting there early. And it feels like this game has been lived in the paint so far. Not really many jump shots happening and jump shots actually going down. So I think both teams are just trying to find their feet early. Obviously, no teams played yesterday. I do believe it was because of Thanksgiving. I can't say that word. Thanksgiving. So we're back at it today. And so Turner will shoot a second free throw and make. So Ben will do the work, facilitating the offense. Royce O'Neal now receives the ball, and KD will get it. No, he won't. Halliburton chops it off, and now transition buckets. Neesmith down the middle. We're going to get another foul on Ben Simmons, and they are playing extremely rapid when they pick up a turnover or force a turnover. We've got a lot of games playing right now around the league as well, so we will give you a few updates on those probably at the half. Neesmith makes the first free throw. Ignatius, hope you're doing well, my guy. Okay. And so the second free throw is also good. And Royce will hand it off to Ben and get it back to do some more offensive shit. So Royce, the screen arrives by Ben. And now we're going to get another foul. And it's on Buddy Hield. And obviously KD is an absolute handful to deal with. So you're always going to be bound to give away a foul or two. If you are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to show your support and subscribe if you're new. Given I haven't streamed in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I think I'm doing the next 5 Nets games, so at least. KD, Ben, little push shot is excellent. And Ben has 4 in this game. Halliburton to Hield, bounce pass to Turner, and he missed a layup. Contested by Clax. And now Ben Simmons will bring it up. Push the pace. Royce back to Ben. Into the paint. Foul! 2 shots for Ben. And that will happen when we return from the timeout. The lead is non-existent. Should I say? I need to really minimize that. That's really bugging me. Not the same size. Bit of a perfectionist over here. That'll do. Alright, so 6:40 to play in the first, and we're 14-14, or that's the score line, should I say. Let me just get the box score up. Over here. Okay, and let me get rid of those and turn that on. Get that up. Okay. So at the moment, let me just turn that down. Okay. So at the moment, you can see what's happening here with the lineup. Actually, why is it like that? Hang on. Let me just send that up and send this down. Doing a little bit of live rearrangement. Okay, so you can see at the moment, KD's got 4, Clax has 4, Ben has 4. We've got some good shooting at the moment. Royce O'Neal with 3 early dimes, and that's always a good sign. We're shooting the ball exceptionally well, assisting on basically every shot we've made. And the pace as well. Turner's had a good start They've made a habit of getting to the free throw line. So yeah, both teams are playing pretty well. It's a pretty fluent game of basketball at the moment. Quite entertaining. Why has the clock started? Absolute potato. What was it on? 6:40, I think. There we go. Alrighty. Let me just work out. So yeah, that's the box score at the moment if you wanted to see it, but we'll go back to the main overlay and get the game up, if I can actually do that with fluency. If we win today, we are back at 500, and given the very rough start we've had to the year, you know, different circumstances, teams we've played have not been easy. There hasn't really been an easy stretch. That's coming up on us now. So, you know, if we can get to 500 tonight, I mean, it puts us in good stead for this next run of games where we've got a good, favourable set of fixtures that we can win. So Ben will be shooting free throws, and this will give us the lead back. And Ben makes the first free throw. And with confidence has also come some good free throw shooting as well. He hasn't been awful from the line. He missed that one, unfortunately. Halliburton will now control, and he feeds Turner at the top of the key. Halliburton will get it back here, and he drives and scores off the glass. I mean, that's just some very nice off-ball movement by the Pacers, more specifically Halliburton. And now Ben Simmons will look. Royce, KD in the post, guarded by Neesmith. And is he going to get doubled? Yes, he is, but KD says it don't matter. He is too good. And he scores over the top, and the lead is ours once again. So Turner, and that pass was to absolutely no one. They were looking for Mathurin, who was cutting down the middle, and the idea was right. The execution was off. So, Nets ball on the side. And I think the key at the moment is the Pacers have had a good start, so I do think the focus is probably getting a few stops. I mean, that was the key when we beat them last time round, which was quite a while ago. O'Neal, KD back in the post, same play as the last possession, and he's going to shoot, this time turn around on the baseline now. He's got another two. And KD's looking very, very good early. Shot looking fluent. Mathurin in the corner. Three-pointer is off. And Ben hit the deck. So Kyrie will take things up. Kyrie. Oh, nearly. That was an excellent pass. I mean, Claxton had just snuck behind the defense. The defenses. And, well, unfortunately it was a kickball. But we still have it. And we'll have another crack at getting, you know, a good shot off, which is always a bonus. So Seth Curry has checked in. Morris has also checked in. He's knocked down some big shots in the last few games. O'Neal, cross-court pass received, and he knocks it down. And Royce has been excellent also in the last few games. Halliburton drive and kick to Brissett, guarded by O'Neal. That's a tough, tough shot, as he hung in the air, and it will be another bucket for Indy. So KD will do the duties this time of facilitating the offense. The high screen comes, and now the double. Morris finds Kyrie. Nope, that's Royce. How do I mess those two up? KD. He's got Royce again. Catch and shoot. Had the defender in the air. Three off. Claxton, offensive board. And he kicks it out to Morris. KD. Royce, extra feed. Morris, extra feed. Seth Curry drive on the wing. Kick out to Morris, and the ball went too high. Turnover. Pacers, foul. And it will be 2 shots. What a hectic possession. Definitely had me on my feet calling it. That was a well done offensive set by us. It's just the final pass really broke down, and I think you've got to give the Pacers a bit of credit at the same time for being able to cover all that, given we were moving the ball so well on that possession. That first free throw is off by Neesmith. So the lead is 4. Utah is not playing tonight. He's an absolute legend. Got me in a kind of way where I want to buy a jersey with his name on the back. Neesmith makes the free throw. And the Pacers are now in the bonus. I don't even think we've been to the free throw line outside of one occasion. That's a beautiful set play to free up Seth Curry. Royce is going to shoot a 3, and he knocks down another 3. He is on fire in the last few games. Halliburton, good feed to Jackson. I don't know how they were able to get an easy look like that so early in the shot clock. KD, guarded by Halliburton. You've got to exploit this. Shoots the 3. Oh, wow. Well long. And now Halliburton. No look to Jackson. And we're going to get another foul on Morris, who is a dumbass. And it's going to be free throws for Jackson. So, wow. It's been a very good game of basketball. An entertaining match. Obviously, in the season series, it is 1 apiece. The Pacers embarrassed us in the first fixture. That was the last game that Nash coached. And the second game was a game we needed to win. We got a big lead. Jackson misses free throw 1. And then Pacers came storming back. And we were able to hold on right at the end. So, it's going to be an interesting one because they have caused a few issues and they've got some players that historically are a bit difficult for us to handle, but I do think that, we've obviously got the better personnel to win this game. So it's a 3-point lead and Seth Curry will bring the ball up. And let's see what we set. KD with the screen. Now Morris will feed KD in the post, and he may get doubled, which he does. Morris under the basket, missed it. Ben with the putback. Oh man, it's so good to see Ben just performing, bro. So Halliburton, oh my god, from the logo, he missed it, and he knew it, and then tried to chase his own rebound. And it will be Nets ball. Just Ben being able to read the play. I mean, it was all about the Pacers needing to bring their help defenders across, and that was going to leave a hole in the defense somewhere. So Morris to KD, and he gets doubled again. He's got to find the open man. Cross court to Irving. Seth Curry gets past the closeout. Morris shoots over Halliburton. 3 is off. Too long. So McConnell now to Mathurin. Drive. And he thought he was fouled. He was not. And now in transition, Seth Curry. Indiana get back well. And now Kyrie thought he was fouled. And he scores a fadeaway in the paint over McConnell. And we're going to get a timeout. The lead has been somewhat reinforced by Brooklyn. It's a 29-22 lead. 2:14 to play in the first quarter. And we're going to have another look at the box score because that's our deal. If you are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you're new, we're back next time round, as you can see, for the Blazers, the Magic, the Wizards, the Raptors, and the Celtics. We're going to be doing every single one of those games on this channel. So if you want to tune in, make sure to stay notified via subscribing. Let's have a look. Box score time. You can see, look at the distribution of scoring. I mean, this is so good to look at. You've got, if we look proper, You can see KD's the high man with 8, but you've got every single player having scored 4 or more in the starting 5, and they're all shooting 50% or more, which is just excellent to see. You can see the shooting splits there. We've had 8 assists already, and I mean, it's been awesome to see there. And the Pacers, well, not shooting as much of the ball. Haven't made a three-pointer yet, which is good because they torched us the first time round. But you can see there's not really been anyone we've had too much problem containing. That said, there are a few players that could potentially just catch fire because, simply put, they're playing the Nets. So, at the moment, I'm very, very happy with this offensive performance so far. I've really got to lower the size of these because they won't fit if teams hit triple figures. Let me just put those there. That is a bit small. Whoa, I moved the whole thing. And I did it again. Okay, let me just fix this bad boy up. A little bit annoying. But yep, that is the box score at the moment. You know the deal. We are vibing at the moment. Let me just get the main overlay back on because that's the one we really want to see. So it's been a very good first quarter, I have to say. We're shooting it at 68.5%. Which is excellent. Excellent. Alrighty. So, second quarter is closing in. Got about a minute to play. McConnell will handle. And he bounce passes it to Jackson, who's looking. McConnell cuts, but doesn't use that option. Healed. Lost the ball. And it's going to be a backcourt violation. Okay. Excellent defense by Seth Curry. We don't need Morris. Yeah, I don't. Morris is there to fill a plug, basically. He's there for 5 to 10 minutes and is there just to buy us time whilst, you know, the superstars are getting a rest. Ben and KD and Clax. So Ben will feed KD. He's going to get a look. No, he's not. He's going to feed it to Kyrie, who was also open, and he cannot score a three-pointer. So McConnell will drive it, shoot, and miss. And it bounced off KD's head, and McConnell still missed the layup. Wow. Kyrie quick to Curry for 3. I mean, a very good look. You'd bank those or back him in to make those shots. Oh, Kyrie and Jackson get tied up. And we're going to get a couple shots, it looks like, on... or a foul on Kyrie and shots on Jackson. Or for Jackson. So 2 shots coming up. And the first is off. So it looks like we are playing the percentages right at the moment with fouling Jackson. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And we've got another shot to come here, which is good. So the lead is now 6. And I would say that that is probably justified, given it's been fairly even for the majority of the contest. But we've picked it up a little bit late, as of late. McConnell is guarding KD in the post. We've got to exploit. Seth Curry. Kyrie shoots the 3. Yes! And we're up 9. What's going on? Looks like maybe a shot clock error. Right now, though, we're looking very, very good. So McConnell, guarded by Simmons, drive. Alley-oop is poorly executed and the Nets force the turnover. KD, Simmons, Seth Curry, screen set by Simmons. He rolls, kick out. Kyrie's open in the corner for three. Oh my God, he's missed that. For a guy that's that good, he has been very much poor from 3-point land. I mean, it's a great look. More often than not, he's knocking down those shots. He was excellent from 3 last time round. The Pacers kicked this one around. The perimeter, Jackson had to put one off, and Brissett nearly with the putback. KD's got a few seconds to operate. KD, shoot it! One more. Seth, deep 3. Yes! Woo! Oh man, I love those. And that is the quarter. 35-23 the score. And I'm a happy, happy man to start this one. Let me just fix this up. And the ball has been zinging around in this game so far. And that obviously is for the better because you're going to get good shots. And we've seen this. We've seen this. If you feed the ball around, it's going to be, A, difficult to contain, and B, you've just got a high chance of scoring because they're more open. So now we're going to look at the box score. And you can see, I mean, the distribution of scoring. I said it before already, and I'm going to say it again. It's excellent to witness. I mean, if we just have a look, you can see what's happening here. Kyrie's had 4 shots from 3, and I can argue that nearly all of them were wide open. We've only had a 7-man rotation, so no Joe Harris minutes yet. I don't know. I don't know what the minute allocation's going to look like in this game. I mean, as it is, it's working out really well, but you know, obviously I wouldn't want to change things, but at the same time, I do think that it's a good opportunity to get some players back in rhythm. You know, if you can get things right. Ever since they fired Nash, we moved the ball better. I mean, that is one of the biggest observations. I just think it's the fact that there's actually a plan surrounding the offense. Yeah, with this plan surrounding the offense, you know, there's less burden on KD and Kyrie to score the ball. Because you were always banking on them to make shots. And, you know, you weren't getting this offensive spread of scoring where KD only needs to score 8 of 35. Because you've got other players, you know, holding up their end of the bargain. You know, the ball movement's better. It's just simple. There's a plan. Mathurin defended closely by Royce O'Neal, and he does well to flip it up and in. Ben, wide open 3 for Royce. That was a good look again in the corner. That's seeming to be a window of opportunity in that spot of the half court. So Jackson now to Hield, and a drive is nearly ends up in a turnover. Wide open 3 is off, and Ben gets the rebound. And we're going to get a foul, and it's an offensive foul on Patty Mills, who has checked in alongside Joe. Caron/Ronnie, I don't know which one you want to call me, or you want me to call you. Kyrie's my favorite player of all time. Is it because of the dribble package? Is it because of the big shots he makes? Would love to hear your take or your reasoning behind that. So the lead is 10. And Pacers got it. Drive, extra feed. Jackson, that was too easy. So they've gotten a couple good looks early. Oh, and we already got a timeout. Steve Nash is never doing this. He's never letting the play run for 1 minute and letting the Pacers go for a 4-0 run and then calling a timeout. You've got to add a 1 in front of the 4. You've got to make it a 14-0 run before you call a timeout. So 35-27 the score. If we look around the grounds, Philly are beating Orlando at the moment. Very short-handed. Knicks up on Portland. Boston beating the Kings. I mean, the Kings have been on a tear recently. Washington beating Miami. Houston up on Atlanta. Memphis demolishing New Orleans. And then the Lakers beating the Spurs. And the Thunder beating the Bulls. Cavs also beating the Bucks. That's a really good game. But yeah. I'm going to do a little bit of a poll. And just for vibes, I think. Let's start a poll. And the poll is going to be surrounding okay. And I want to see if this is going to be a popularity contest or something else. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to think if there's any other players that have been good. Okay. Let's see who you say. I want to see. Okay, we're doing a poll. Here we go. And I want to see what your answers are to this question. Very intrigued. I feel like this is more a most improved contest rather than something else, because I think they've all been decent in their own way. And I feel like you would say Utah because of how much is improved, but in terms of full-on impact, who are we saying? It's a pretty tough selection, and we'll let that poll run for a bit of time. And if you want, put your reasons in the chat. Utah because of 3-point percentage. I mean, yeah, for the players that have struggled like Joe Harris, I mean, having someone like Utah who has been able to contribute offensively in the way he has been so vital. We missed the shot very early into the shot clock. Claxton nearly created the turnover. And the Pacers still own the ball. Healed, drive, and shoot over Joe. And that's good. So the lead has been cut down. Utah has been clutch. He definitely has. Very undisputed. So Clax will feed Patty. And now Claxton, easy dunk. Well executed play. And the lead is back up to 8. That is our first bucket of the quarter. So Pacers started this one pretty well. Healed into the paint, and he gets swatted by Nicholas Claxton. So, it's looking good at the moment. If you haven't seen my video on Utah yet, make sure to do so. It's been actually a very successful video for my channel size, which is good. We just forced another miss. And now Royce in transition is just going to wait. Ben, beautiful ball movement to Patty, and he knocks down the 3. Ben finding the open man with that peripheral vision. And the lead is now 11. Healed. We've forced some turnovers early in the quarter, which is good to see with this lineup. given Mills is on the floor. Mathurin one-on-one with Simmons. Good defense, Ben. And that shot is awfully bricked. And it's going to be Nets ball. O'Neal on the drive. Just passed it to absolutely no one. I don't know who he was intending that one for. Mathurin for 3. And that one's also short. McConnell. Why did I say O'Connell? Another miss by Mathurin. Transition buckets. Joe for 3. Transition. Joe, man. You got to make them shots. You got to make those shots. Oh, what a spin move by McConnell into the paint. And he had Patty Mills in a blender. Had him in a blender. Sent him to another planet. Ben Simmons. Oh my God. And 1! Benjamin Simmons just threw his opponent out of the way and said, "Nup, no thank you. You can just go back home. Don't bother rocking up. Don't bother trying to defend me. This is my game. This is my game. This is my team. I rule the court." Scores the and 1. And now he will try execute from the line. And he does. Man, he's been much better from the free throw line. I don't know if you've noticed that. So McConnell drive and kick out to Brissett in the corner. And now Mathurin. Buddy Hield, guarded by Joe. And now Mathurin into the paint. Playing a little bit of zone. Mathurin over Simmons. Good defense. He lost the ball. Oh, my life. And I think we needed to give Ben 10 a little bit of help under the basket. Oh, brilliant backdoor cut by Joe. Extra feed. Claxton. Oh, this is lovely basketball. I'm absolutely enjoying this. Now Hield. McConnell. Drive. That was way too easy. Extra feed. Turner bucket. That's because Patty Mills got blown by way too easily. And I think you've got to get him to the bench ASAP. So Ben. Guarded by Mathurin. Royce. Patty. Alley-oop. Oh my God! Claxton reached over the top of Turner and just knocked it up and in. I have absolutely no idea how he scored that. Brissett to Mathurin. And now Turner in the post. Oh, no, he's not going to get it. Good denial. Claxton nearly forced the turnover. And now the Pacers still managed to regain. McConnell in the paint. Kick out to Turner in the corner. And the 3 is good. And we're going to get a timeout at the 6:55 mark of the second quarter. Let's have a look at the chat because there have been a few messages. Looking forward to all the online drama being over and just being able to watch good basketball. And that's what I preached from the very beginning. Even when the drama was happening, I don't want to be talking about drama. I just want to be talking about the on-court product. And finally, we can do that without any outside noise threatening that and interrupting it. It's good seeing Ben Simmons making his free throws. I think he's 3 of 4 in this game, which is a really good improvement. I mean, in past games, he's going 1 of 4 or less. Ben has looked good in the last few games. I've had 2 herniated discs, and it is no joke, and I don't have to play professional sports, and it is still completely debilitating. Well, yeah, I mean, he's been out of the system for so long. And look, I'm going to be a little bit of a... Well, I'm going to show a little bit of guilt in terms of the fact that I probably didn't give Ben enough time. There was a point. I gave him more time than most, but even still, like I was saying, he looks down in the dumps. The confidence isn't there. If the confidence isn't there and it doesn't look like it's coming back, then he's probably cooked and you need to find a way to get him out and get some value. But to his credit, it was that game against the Kings, even though we got flogged by 153, he was probably the best player on the court, and I do think that slowly, these last few games, it has really brought out the best in Ben. If you haven't polled yet, with the little poll I've got going on, make sure to do so. Who has been the best player so far this year? Make sure to let us know, and probably ask your reasons why, or state your reasons why in the chat. Miles Turner's got 1 rebound and Clax 7. I mean, we haven't even looked at the box score recently. Will we ever see a Londas play? No. Short answer, no, and long answer, no. Joe Harris is the biggest worry. I think that's a good thing. Of all players we're worried about, it's Joe Harris. And given he's not an integral piece, we didn't give up much for him. The only bad thing is he's on a pretty highly paying contract. That's the only worry. Kyrie Irving currently has 7 points. We will look at the box score at the next timeout or big stoppage in play. But yeah, like the Ben Simmons problem that we had earlier on this season is no longer an issue, which is excellent. Well, at the moment, it's not an issue. And that's going to make us reach our ceiling much easier than if Ben wasn't contributing and was more of a liability on the court. Anyway, Kyrie's got it. Ben. Well, that's going to be a foul. So, 47-38. 6:38 to play. So Kyrie will find Ben. KD's got a wide open 3. Oh my god! It did about 3 revolutions around the rim and somehow managed a way to not go through the hoop. Halliburton is fouled on the handoff. Ben Simmons can actually shoot. I know it is just scared. Look, I'm happy for him to show the offensive skill set he's currently showing. If it's just composed of floaters and, you know, shots in the in close. If he can score 14 points on the back of doing that on high efficiency, then I don't think a jump shot is necessary. Obviously, it would be borderline unstoppable for defenders if he could shoot threes and stuff, but ball comes in, Hield lost the ball, and it's going to be a turnover. No, it's not. Oh, it is! Whoa! Oh, man. Royce, his reaction basically gave the Pacers the ball back. They called Pacers or Nets ball on the side out, but quickly changed it after Royce was like, shit, I should have secured that steal. Anyway, ball comes in, immediate trigger, and Buddy Hield knocks it down. They remain in touch, 47-41. So the full starting 5 aside from Seth Curry is in. KD, Kyrie, into the paint, step back, he's got open looks on the wing, and Morris knocks down the 3. And now Halliburton will feed Turner. Pump fake. Hield quick trigger again, and he knocks it down again. 50-44. We cannot let Buddy Hield catch fire, because we know how damaging he can be when he is on scorching hot form. KD. They're doubling him. Kyrie. Drive. Get past Buddy, and off the glass. So Halliburton looking for an option. He finds Jalen Smith, who does not hesitate either, and knocks down the 3. Jesus Christ. So it's back and forth. No stops in this building at the moment. KD, cross, step back, over Smith, and it's off. He hasn't made a shot for quite some time. He's been fairly quiet in this game for his standards. Cross-court pass is excellent to Neesmith. And Kyrie will pick up the foul after he tried the reach. A few Nets YouTubers are suggesting in favour of Simmons and Clax playing in different lineups. Simmons at the 5. Your thoughts on that? We'll get to that at the next timeout. What the fuck is Morris doing there, man? He just completely went off Miles Turner. And an easy bucket under the basket. That is poor. KD, I mean, he could shoot a 3. Jalen Smith gave him way too much space. And another 3 for Kevin Durant. Why is my water making that sound? Halliburton for 3. That one's off. And Royce will get the rebound. And now Kyrie Irving. KD holds the play up. Guarded closely. You can kick it out. And he passed it straight to Halliburton. He had Morris open in the corner where there were no defenders. Healed. Rolls it back out. Turner with the wide open 3. And he missed it. KD, please get the rebound. And he does. And now Kyrie can slow the play down. So he'll just hold up the play. The lead is 6. 3.5 to play. Screen by Morris. He's going to get a look. KD. Extra feed. Seth Curry. Oh my god. That's the second time the 3 has just trickled out. In an unexplainable way. Speaking of unexplainable, Halliburton just got a wide open layup at the hoop. So the last few minutes, the defense has just dissipated. It's absolutely vanished. Kyrie, is he going to shoot a 3? No, spin move. Step back. Oh! That is dirty. Don't do that, Kyrie. Halliburton into the paint again, and he scores again. And was wondering, where is my foul? So Kyrie now one-on-one with Hield. He can feed KD, who tries to get past the closeout. Falling away, and he missed it. Ever since Morris has been fucking in, we're being so shit defensively on the interior. Another open 3, and Hield misses it. From the top of the key, we got very lucky there. Royce, Morris, KD, drive baseline. We're going to get a foul. And it's going to be a foul on the floor, I do believe. With about 2 minutes to play. Oh, man. The lead is only 4. And it feels like we've had some serious moments of dominance in this game thus far. KD's going to get the ball here. Ben with the screen. And now Turner's going to be guarding KD on the outside. Seth. Into the post where Ben Simmons is. Oh my! The one-handed hook shot. I mean, granted, you can't shoot it with 2 hands. That was unbelievably good by Ben. Neesmith with the floater. And that's good. The offense has really picked up on both ends, or for both teams. Ben nearly got caught in the air. Seth Curry to the corner. Kyrie, yes! 1:20 to play, and I forgot to turn on the timer. Excellent. Jalen Smith, post up on KD. He tried to shoot off the glass, and it's off, and now KD in transition. We're going to get an open look again. Seth Curry for 3. Yes! Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Every time we get a rebound, we just break out in transition. And it creates open looks like these. And the Pacers are forced to call a timeout because we're getting too many open looks. And, well, we've got just over a minute. And unfortunately, Rick Carlisle just had to take a stand and say, look, we are not going to make it to halftime if I don't call a timeout and you know, put the boys back into line. So, what a damn half. Let's have a look at the box score real quick. I mean, that's a glimpse. We've already got 4 players in double digits, which has been the key. You know, the whole starting lineup, plus a couple on the bench, scoring in double figures. The fact we've been able to already do that in the first half, I mean, speaks volumes. That's going to, you know, that's going to send us so far if we can just keep on keeping on with that trend. So right now, well, 105 left in the half. The lead is 10. The lead's actually been reduced since the quarter time break. Halliburton managing. Turner trying to create space on the outside. Halliburton to Heald. Looking for Turner in the post. Post up. KD holding his own. And Turner still scores. Credit. Kyrie to Ben. We're going to get an offensive foul on maybe Royce O'Neal. I don't know where that's come from. The potential of the Nets offense being that every time is amazing. I mean, yeah, when you've got a bunch of rim runners, tall players, guys with pace, shooters, it's just a recipe for success, quite honestly. It really caters to that game style of, yeah, rim running and fast ball movement and whatnot. Halliburton drive, hangs, shoots over on the glass, and, well, he missed it. No, look, Kyrie! Oh, Royce missed the dunk. KD for 3. Ah, man. Royce missed a blatantly open dunk. I don't even know how that happened. Probably was going too fast for his own liking. Halliburton misses the 3, and that is the half. Kyrie is at least top 3 in ball handling. I think Isaiah Thomas might be the greatest, though his highlights are not human. I mean, I don't really look at past history, and I probably should. I mean, there's so much talent you can appreciate from the 90s, the 80s, whatnot. So I probably need to go back in time a little bit. Who do you think is better right now, Steph or Kevin Durant? I think Steph is better. He seems to be carrying the team on his back. And Kevin Durant's been on a little bit of a break in some good form. He hasn't been the best in the last few weeks, or the last week, 2 weeks. He hasn't been awful. I mean, he's been efficient as always, but it just feels like he's not contributing with that, that game breaker type play that we're used to seeing. Anyway, it's an 8-point lead. It is halftime. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support, and also subscribe if you want to be notified of the next time I go live. You can see the games that we will be covering next up on the right-hand side of me. You can see Blazers up next, an early game. The Magic, the Wizards, the Raptors, and then the Celtics are all the games to follow. And we will be doing every single one of those. I need to make up for being away for some time. My SSD, or my hard drive, shit itself. And I was not able to do anything on my computer, which was awesome. Who is my favourite Nets player? I mean, it has to be Watanabe at the moment. I mean, I made a video on him, so I think that really probably speaks volumes about who I'm really enjoying watching at the moment. Obviously, he's out. I'm trying to think if there's any other player. It probably has to be KD, but I'm also really enjoying watching Ben ball out. I think Claxton as well has been a guy I've really enjoyed watching. I think there's like 3 or 4. Clax, Utah, KD, and if Ben is performing, then I will happily support him. Why is my water making that sound? Yeah, so I do think that's probably the batch of players. But let us know who your favourite is as well in the chat if you want to. I'm not fussed by that. But you can see the box score at the moment. I mean, look at this. Ben has not missed. Kyrie is shooting pretty efficiently. I mean, from 3, he's had a lot of open looks, and he probably, on a good day, would have made 5 of 5. But, 14 and top scoring, I mean, on a day where he's not shooting lights out from 3, I mean, that's pretty good. Clax also hasn't missed, 10 and 7. That's an excellent game so far. And then you've got KD with 11. I mean, he's not been the best, but he's a 6 dimes, and that's probably speaking a lot about how the Pacers are covering Kevin Durant. What is wrong with Watanabe? I think it's hamstring tightness. Yeah, I think it's hamstring tightness he's out with. You can see the bench as well. Let's have a look. You can see the shooting splits. Look at our shooting. We've made 9 threes and we're 61% from the field. And we've had 19 assists already. I mean, we're not going to get 40 assists, but, just the fact we're on pace for 40 at the half is, well, it's exceptional, let's be honest. For the Pacers, 15 to Turner and 10 to Hield. They've been shooting it pretty well. Halliburton hasn't made a 3, which is good. And then Jalen Smith with 7. So overall, you can't really complain. We've held them to under 50%, and they've only made 4 threes on pretty poor efficiency. If we look at the turnovers and other stats, let's have a look. You can see their turnover count is at 3, so we need to force a few more of those. You would have thought. And for the Nets, well, if we move across to our turnover count, we've had 8, so we probably need to restrict that a little bit. And then you look at free throws, we've only had 3, so we need to really attack the line a little bit more as well. And amazingly enough, it's been Ben Simmons who's been at the free throw line for the entirety of our free throws. For the Pacers, they've had quite a few more. They've had 12, so 12 isn't a bad number to give up. I think it's more we need to attack the paint a little bit more ourselves, but we're experiencing a lot of success on the 3-point line. So look, I'm happy. Whilst the shots are falling, take those 3-pointers. We're getting a lot of open looks out there, and we're breaking out in transition, and that's really helping, the high percentage looks we are getting. Who do I think is the best ball handler in history? Well, I mean, I'm probably not qualified to say or answer that question because I just don't know enough. Let's have a look. Do you think we actually see TJ Warren this year? Well, we will soon. I don't know when. He's one of those guys that, given he's been out for so long, there's not really a timetable for his return, but I do think he's on track. I think he's in... It's now gotten to the point he's now in shooting or scrimmages with players. He was, doing drills with coaches, and now he's doing them with players, so that's a really good step in the right direction. Granted, I don't think we'll see him until maybe mid to late December, and that's probably being generous. So I reckon he'll definitely be here in the new year. We gave up 20 extra possessions last game, like the game before that, but the 16 threes won the game, and yeah, that's huge. And we've already gotten 9 threes today, so that'll help. But today it's been a bit of a different story. I mean, 44 shots to 46. And you look at the rebounding number, 20 to 19, so we're actually outdoing them there. They've only had 4 offensive boards to our 3, so we're doing well in holding our own in that department, and that was always going to be a worry going into a game like this with the Pacers possessing a lot more size. So it's been good that we've been able to, gain a little bit of a grapple on that and ensure that that number doesn't really go out of hand. At least at the moment it hasn't. I don't want to jinx it. Thoughts on Claxton, Simmons both playing the 5? I mean, the way it's going now is not bad. I'm not really opposed to how we're managing that at the moment. It's a good sign that we can stagger it and have Claxton playing a little bit and then Simmons playing a little bit, and one of them goes to the bench, the other one comes back on. I do think Ben at the 5 and also facilitating on offense is a good recipe, I do feel. But look, I think it's really one of those things where it varies game by game, because some games could require a little bit more size and some games could require a little bit more mobility and switching. And I feel like Ben is probably a little bit stronger and can hold his own against bigger centers. I do think that's just my opinion. But look, I don't really know. It's one of those things where I don't think you can speculate as much as you want and say Claxton's better, Ben is better. I just think it varies game by game. And, I don't think you can... I'm really on the fence with this. I don't really have a preferable answer. If you had a dream big man to slot into this team, who would it be? Miles Turner is mine. I don't know if Miles Turner is the answer. I feel like we've got to wait until TJ Warren's in this team. Because TJ is a big body. I need to just check. TJ Warren. Because I do think TJ Warren, he is pretty big. Like bulky. He's 6'8" and 220. So he's not small by any means. And so obviously that adds a little bit more size and a little bit more shooting. So you can probably afford, like, you could run a lineup with Ben, KD, Simmons, KD, Ben, him, Utah, and Claxton. And that's so difficult. You've got shooting, and you've got an excessive amount of length. And that'd be so difficult, because you could switch everything. I mean, it wouldn't be tall, and probably wouldn't work against, teams that play, like Jokic or like Embiid. But with regards to lineups that need a lot of switching, that lineup could pose a lot of potential. And I don't think trading for Miles Turner with Cam, a first round pick, and Joe Harris is worth it. I think you're overpaying for Miles Turner. I think he's been good this season. Pretty damn good. The Pacers are above 500, so obviously he's contributed in a pretty good way. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's actually a good center on the market that you can get. Like, because there's Turner, and then you have like Dwight Howard and Boogie Cousins. So you're sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel with those ones, and I wouldn't be willing to dump someone to get, like a 35-year-old Dwight Howard back in the NBA. Mo Bamba is good. I mean, apparently, according to Orlando fans, he's been trash this season. He's had some good games, but highly inconsistent, and I don't think that's any better than what we currently have. Who impressed me more this season, Edmund or Cam? I think Cam's been pretty poor this year. I think Edmund Sumner's been excellent. And he's been pretty inconsistent with minutes, but that time where he was in the starting lineup for about 6 or 7 games, I think he was pretty damn good, with that acceleration and pace and willingness to get to the basket. His shooting needs work, but I do think for what he offered, it was, pretty damn good. At least for what we expected. should get Jock Landale and keep up the Aussie component. I think he's been pretty damn good as well. Yeah, he's been fairly underrated at Phoenix, but I don't think he's the answer either. Could be a nice little fill in as backup, but I don't think Phoenix would get rid of Jock Landale. They probably, like, if they got rid of him, they'd probably have the same problem we have. To be fair, Orlando is a wasteland. I don't think they are. They're playing some pretty good basketball this year. I mean, mind you, they're 5-13 or whatever, but they've still got some, like, a good foundation. Banchero, Bol's playing some good basketball. Wagner's been good. Wendell Carter's pretty damn good as well. They can play those big lineups, and it's not really a problem because they're fast and they can shoot, and they can switch. So they've got a lot of potential there. Probably the most light, for the Orlando organization in terms of looking ahead at their future. Third quarter starting very shortly. Edmund shined for a bit. People were throwing shade at Cam for not passing. I just think he's a bit turnover heavy, and he puts up some bad shots when he could pass it, and sometimes he just runs into trouble and doesn't do the right thing. I don't think he's in a sophomore slump. I just think sometimes he has a bit of clouded decision making and whatnot, and I don't think that. Well, for a team that needs to perform now, you can't really afford to have plays that are pulling you down. And as much as Joe Harris is doing that at the moment, I do think he's got a little bit more reliability in that regard. Cam Thomas has been good, but he doesn't get minutes. Yeah, as I said, I don't think Cam's been up to scratch this season so far. And, of course, there's room for change, but at the moment, I don't think he's putting his best foot forward. And that could be for a number of reasons, but I think the main reason is defense. And that was highly stressed before we began, or in the Steve Nash era. The defense was a point of emphasis that needed to be fixed up, and we've seen the improvement here. So whenever you see like Cam Thomas or Patty Mills on the floor, you worry because they could break that down. That philosophy. Anyway, we're about to get underway. I feel like that's the first time ever I've been able to talk for the full 20 minutes because you guys are fueling the conversation, which is awesome. And we need that more often. Halliburton to Turner. Quick trigger 3, and that is good. So quick start by the Pacers. And Ben will facilitate. He finds Clax. Kyrie. Finds Clax. And now Ben on the elbow is going to feed KD, who shoots the 3, and he's off. So KD and Kyrie haven't been great from 3. What is KD doing? He just watched Jalen Smith shoot that ball. Luckily a miss. Ben nearly travelled. Royce. Back to Ben. Top of the key looking for an option. He's going to go himself. Spin move. And a nice, beautiful hook shot again. And they're just it looks so fluent now. Neesmith for 3. And from the corner, he knocks it down. And they're making a couple shots early, which is, I don't know if it's a worry, but it's, some good shot making. Ben on Halliburton now. And he's going to post Halliburton up. This is a good idea. He feeds Clax. And now Kyrie for 3. Yes, he's got it. Ben hasn't missed a shot today. And he's been highly efficient. Wow, Buddy Hill just splashed one. Moving with the ball. Ben's efficiency in the last 5 games has been unbelievably good. Kyrie shoots the midi and missed it. I do think he had Clax open or a couple other options. So it's a 4-point game. Halliburton. Now to Hield. Oh, Kyrie just walked right past him. And Buddy had a wide open 3 and actually missed the easier look. Durant, 1-on-1 with Neesmith. Cross into the paint. One-handed shot. Claxton with a tip. And the lead is 6. So Halliburton. 1-on-1 with Clax. Cross. Step back. And more crossovers. And somehow Buddy Hield. Wide open under the basket. Royce O'Neal lost him. And the lead is back down to 4. So Ben will feed Claxton. And now KD. Shoots at the elbow. And he missed it. And Turner will get the rebound. And now Halliburton once again. Doing the facilitating as he has done so well this season. He drives. Kick out to Turner. And now Hield. Good defense, Kai. Hield lost the dribble. Oh, no. You can't be serious. Wow. Oh, we have a side out. Is the clock? Does KD have a second 3? No. Not yet. Buddy's going to get it from the side out. He feeds Turner. Neesmith to Jalen Smith. KD's giving him the space. Oh, Kyrie, you got to box him out. That hasn't been common today, giving up second chance ops, but Kyrie trying to box out a taller opponent, that's usually not going to end well. KD shoots over Smith and got it on the baseline. So Halliburton now. Drive, got past Ben. Oh my God! The high arcing shot off the backboard. That's impressive. Ben, post up on Jalen Smith. He backs himself in. Royce is going to get an open 3. Yes! Bang. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Halliburton. And now Hield. Gets past Clax. Oh, what the fuck is the foul for? My guy, where was the foul? I thought he just missed a simple layup. Johnny's got KD over 1.5 threes. I think he'll get that. We've got 50 in the chat now, which is excellent. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Those who have just tuned in or are new. Ah, that's dog shit, that call, man. What the fuck? He just missed the layup. First free throw was good, and the second free throw is also good. Alright. So 77-74 the scoreline. 7:20 to play. Oh, that's some good off-ball movement by Kyrie. He doesn't get the ball. Ben is going alone. And scored off the glass. Benjamin Franklin Simmons. We love you. Oh, we had 3 players hit the deck. And Turner is a little bit sore. Got his feet caught. Ben's going to get the foul against him. And if you haven't polled yet with the current poll going on, make sure to do that if you want. I will probably end it at the end of the 3rd quarter. Play resumes with 7 minutes to play. Now Claxton's guarding Halliburton on the outside. Top of the key. Halliburton drives and kicks to Smith, who is wide open for 3, and he missed it. You live with that. You absolutely live with that. Kyrie finds KD in the post. Drive. Lost the ball. Got it back. Royce O'Neal for 3. Feel like that's his spot, to be honest. So 5-point game. Scoring's dried up a little bit. Hield just got right past. And Buddy Hield scores another layup. Simple stuff. So 3-point game. Now Ben. KD arrives with the screen. Drives on Smith now. Hangs and missed the layup. Or the jump shot, should I say. So Halliburton. Oh, that is too easy. Oh my goodness, Ben. How we managed to pick up a foul there. I mean, he just... looks like he took the goggles off Jalen Smith. Very sensible foul, though, because otherwise it was an open dunk. So that is the timeout. And I can't figure out if this is a good or a bad performance by us at the moment. We're hanging on at the moment by 3. The scoreline... I mean, you're seeing the box score here. Ben's been excellent from the field this game. Clax has got a double-double already. KD needs to pick up. I think if we're going to win this game proper, Kevin Durant needs to be that guy that, you know, digs in, because he's been highly inefficient this game. He's found things difficult, and credit to Jalen Smith for picking him up with discipline and not really fouling him at all. The bench has really lacked offense, and that's not really a surprise there. And the shooting has gone down, but it's actually gone up from 3-point land, percentage-wise. And the Pacers, well, Buddy Hield's been solid all evening. Halliburton with 12 dimes already. And Miles Turner very efficient from the field. So it really feels like it's going to be those guys that get the job done. Yeah. And their shooting splits, I mean, have they gone up? Barely. So I don't really know where the changes come from, to be honest. It does feel like they've gotten their shots a lot easier in this quarter than the first half. I don't think KD's had a bad night. He's just missing shots that he would usually make. So, you know, it's one of those things. You're not going to be perfect every game, but I do think, yeah, if we're going to win this one, we've got to be good. Are the Nets going into choke mode? We had a lead in the first quarter, and that was it. It hasn't really been a choke if we lose. I mean, we are choking the opportunity if we don't win this game overall. You know, because we have had a few chances to go at 500, and we lost against Philly when the chance was there, and today would be considered another one of those pitfalls if we can't get up. So, yeah. But if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support, like and subscribe. We are back for the game in a couple days' time, which is an afternoon match in America. It is an early morning match here in Australia, but we will be here for it. We're committed to the task. Jalen Smith is shooting free throws. Do we miss Utah? Well, I definitely do. I'm probably speaking for the vast majority of Nets fans when I say that. Matt, hope you're doing well, my friend. Jalen Smith misses. Welcome to the show, or the channel. The Philly game is more of a choke. They were undermanned. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We should have won that game. No disputing it. No disputing it. We should have won that game. Anyway, the lead is 2. And it would like a little bit of a buffer. KD. Ben. Oh my god, the man is unbelievable. He scores through contact again. He still hasn't missed. Halliburton. Defensively got to be active. Halliburton. He can't find a way through on the drive, and now Mathurin will get it. Shoots over the top of Clax, and that is exceptional defense by Nick. Ben again. Post up. Hand off to Kyrie. He's going to feed KD. Drive. Kick out to the corner. KD will get it back on the wing. KD misses the three. You got to drive those, KD. So the shots aren't falling for KD at the moment. Halliburton. Drives on Claxton. We're going to get a foul, and we're going to get a couple shots. Ben has actually been unbelievable. Ben has not missed. Dimovic. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome. So the current margin is 4. Halliburton with free throws with that really weird shooting action. He makes the first free throw. And Jackson checks in. So the second free throw coming up. 81-78 is the current score. Second free throw for Halliburton is good. Matt, I will get to your chats when the next timeout arrives. Kyrie. Oh, excellent cross. Ben again. Kick out KD, top of the key. Oh my god, KD, if he can't hit those shots, you just know it's not his night. He's 1 of 7. KD with the strip. And now, fast break opportunity. Kyrie, all the way. Oh, the finger roll. Oh my goodness. Jackson in the post. KD strips him again. It's off Jackson. Holy smokes. Kyrie for 3 is off. We've got a foul on KD. That is undisciplined. And we are now getting to the... Well, we're giving him opportunities at the line without any time elapsing, which is poor. Man, the Pacers have had 18 free throws to 3 in this. Yeah. 18 free throws to 3. That is staggering. That's how they're still in this game. They're getting a lot of shots from still opportunities, if that makes any sense. You know? That's... Ben's been so good, but... Wow, the fact that KD is trash... You know? Well, trash tonight. And we're still leading. I mean, it is a good sign. But I do trust KD to find his shot in the second half. KD's going to get it now. Drive KD. Foul. And 1! Found the contact. And that'll do it. So we're going to get a free throw. Hopefully that is the start of something. And the lead is now 4. So 3:39 to play. James Johnson, Nets legend, has checked in. ladies and gentlemen. And KD makes the free throw. You can trust him to do that. So now the lead is 5. 3:35 to play. Halliburton, Neesmith rolls to the basket. Oh, and Neesmith missed the layup. Excellent job, Joe and KD on the recovery. Kyrie now, drive, beautiful kick out of KD. Extra feed, we're going to get a foul. Excellent job by KD. He actually got the block. So, play resumes. KD's got it. One-on-one with Jackson. Pull up, over 2. You got to pass those. Halliburton to Neesmith. 3 is off. It's partially short, and now they will push. Kyrie, kick out of KD for 3, wide open, and he can't make that either. So, the man has just... KD! How did he save that? Halliburton somehow recovered it. Pass to the corner, Neesmith wide open. He missed it again. And now, Nets get a rebound. Pacers fans unhappy because Jackson hit the deck in the box out with KD. And now Seth Curry. Joe, drive. KD. Seth Curry, top of the key. Yes! And now an 8-point lead. We're reinforcing this lead, which is a plus. And Halliburton now from deep. Oh my goodness. So 89-84. Seth, drive and kick. Joe, extra feed. KD, Kyrie, Seth, 3. Yes! Excellent ball movement and navigation of the Pacers defense. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Isaiah Jackson. Matt, I am going to mute you if you don't quit the unproductive chatter. Because all you're doing is trolling right now. Exceptional stuff. Exceptional stuff by the Nets. And I will end the poll there. Honestly, I quite honestly don't care if you're going to troll. Let's go. I'm going to do a new poll, and we're going to just hear what your... Who has been the... It's going to be a poll for who has been the player of the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to say why. And it's going to be a Q&A. Who has been your player of the game? And I'll run this till the end of the match, and we'll look at all the responses. So the Q&A has started, and you can, whenever you want, put your answers in, and we'll discuss it at the end of the game, and that should be a little bit of good fun. I'll look at the box score time, or box score stuff at the end. Hang on. All right. So I will... Kyrie's been player of the game. I mean, he is the most points. I mean, you can look at it that way. There's a lot of ways you could look at it. We'll look at the box score at 3/4 time though as well, and suss things out. But right now we've got a lead that we've needed, I do think, just for our sake, because it's been a bit. Ooh. Rick Carlisle got a technical, so we're going to get a free throw as well. That is an added bonus. So the lead is up to 9. And, I mean, the ball movement's just exceptional. Seth Curry with, a pretty handy contribution off the bench, and I do think he's been fairly underrated today. He's been pretty good. I think he's made 4 threes, which is excellent return. KD cannot buy a bucket. He's just missed the technical as well, man. And granted, he's shooting like 7 of 20. And usually he doesn't shoot this many shots as well. He would sometimes shoot an efficient like 10 of 20 in the game. He's already had 20 shots. And we haven't even hit the end of the third quarter. He's not usually this high volume. Kyrie made space. 3. Mathurin for 3 in transition is off. And we're going to get... It's a net ball, thank you. Off topic, is the Aussies... Or are the Aussies getting out of the group? Absolutely not. We suck. Absolutely not. We are woeful. Kevin Durant, for me, has been good defensively. KD 1 of 8 from 3 is the problem tonight. I just think he needs to attack the basket. That's probably the main point of focus that we need to see, I think. Kyrie, trying to find KD. He's going to get it on the wing, guarded by Johnson, Nets legend. Kyrie now, Seth Curry. Cross, drive, pull up. And the soft bounce. So, Halliburton will control. He's been on for the entirety of the third quarter. Neesmith will arrive with the shadow screen. Halliburton gets through. And it's going to be a foul on Joe Harris. So, those who are in the chat right now, 56 people, excellent. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're back in a couple days' time for Nets Portland. KD has 8 rebounds and 8 assists. Respect. Yeah, he's been good defensively and distributing the ball, but I do think he's been a little bit with his offensive decision making. I think he could look to pass it a little bit more. Second free throw is good by Halliburton. And Kyrie will let the ball roll just a little bit to buy us a few extra moments. And the ball trickles across halfway. Kyrie, oh my god, stops and hits back iron, man. That was an excellent move to create space. Had the defender reeling. And the lead can go down to 5 or 6 with a basket by Indy. That was a 2-for-1 executed by the Nets. However, the shot didn't go. Mathurin guarded by Royce closely. And now Halliburton gets past the closeout into the paint. Verticality by Joe Harris. But Halliburton off the glass with strength in the air. So let's see what we can do with this. Oh, fuck off an offensive foul. Seriously. So dumb. We had a nice little 10-point lead, and just like that. That's so dumb. Why the fuck would you do that? Such an irritable foul to give away. So, 94-88. Healed on the side. Oh, we nearly forced the turnover. Yes! Our ball! Oi! Isaiah Jackson pushed Claxton. And typically, Claxton always walks away and says, "No, I didn't do anything here." We did so well to deny Halliburton the ball, and Claxton just doing the team play and putting his body on the line. Yeah, there was a little bit of a lock-up between Claxton and Jackson. Every single time, Clax always walks off like nothing happened. France was a tall task. Tunisia and Denmark are doable. No, they're not. Denmark are damn good. Tunisia, I mean, that's probably the only chance we have, and we can't score goals, so... No, I mean, strange things have happened in the World Cup so far. Yeah, Jackson just locked him up. Or maybe Claxton locked him up. I don't actually know what's going on there. Obviously so serious that even the floor staff had to just say, hold it up. Don't do anything stupid. So they're reviewing for a flagrant? I don't know. Or a technical? Or I don't know what's going on here. We'll look at the box score at 3/4 time, but I don't actually know what's going on at the moment, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Alright, well, we're just waiting anxiously at the moment. Let's have a look. Okay, so a double technical, and net ball. So we basically lost absolutely nothing from that. So we got 4.3 seconds to operate and get a shot off. And obviously a serious turn of events to end the third quarter. And so on the floor for the Nets, it'll be KD, Kyrie, Joe, Clax, and Royce O'Neal to end the third quarter. Who's going to get the ball? KD's got it, doubled, and passed it straight to Neesmith. And then Neesmith lost the ball, and it doesn't matter. The quarter has ended. That's the third quarter. And it is a 6-point lead. Let's have a look at the box score. And it says this. Look at the distribution there. That's quite satisfying to look at for the Pacers, and I do think their shooting went up. It's been a very starting lineup heavy game in terms of scoring. You can see the shooting for the Pacers hasn't really improved in that quarter, but they've hung around. And for the Nets, well, we're shooting it a bit worse from the field, but better from three. In that quarter, we scored, I think, 4 of 11. So maybe we are shooting a little bit worse as well. Seth Curry's been excellent off the bench. And starting lineup, well, you're seeing some very good performances here. Royce, 50% from 3. Kyrie, 50% from the field. Ben and Clax haven't missed. The problem is our main player, the centerpiece, Kevin Durant, is 7 of 21 and 1 of 8 from 3. So I think the key to winning this game is once KD finds his shot, it's going to be very tough to stop this team. And he's played 31 minutes already, so I do think we need to give him a little bit of rest. Yeah. See, the bench hasn't really gotten a lot of minutes, and I'm sort of in favour of that. I do think, you know, that's a sensible minute allocation, but you know, we've got a day of rest after this. We will be back to stream the Nets-Portland game in a couple of days' time, so make sure to tune in for that if, whenever. But last quarter incoming now, and hopefully it is a good, entertaining last quarter, hopefully. So, KD is 50% from the field, but just 12% from three. Yeah, roughly roundabout. Yeah. So he's got to be. He's got to, stop taking the perimeter shots. I do think. He's just got to be smarter with his shot selection. It's very clear the threes aren't falling, and he's getting some very good looks from the outside. I don't think you could you should really go away from that, but yeah. I don't think you should go away from the fact that KD's getting some good looks, but I do think the fact that the Pacers are picking him up well defensively inside the arc, I think is telling him to shoot more threes, which is actually hindering us a little bit. Ben with the screen, Seth Curry pull up, and he thought, well, it looked like he was fouled a little bit, but here we go. McConnell, Turner, drive. Oh, that is poor by Joe, man. Foul, and he scored. So, and one opportunity for Miles Turner to start the last quarter. What the fuck is this lineup? Claxton, Morris, and Ben. Jesus Christ. This is a weird lineup. So no Patty Mills. James Johnson picking up Ben. Joe's going to get it here. He drives. Now to Ben and back to Joe, who shoots the three. That's short. Here we go. McConnell to Mathurin. Shoots a pull-up three. That is off. And Ben with the rebound. Ben one-on-one with Heald. Bounce pass to Seth. Seth drives. He's got Morris wide open in the corner. Ah, that's an open look. And another miss. McConnell. Drives on Joe. That is not a foul, man. Are you joking? The problem is Joe. Man, I don't understand what's happening to Joe at the moment. Here we go. McConnell drives on Clax. McConnell pulls up, gets to his spot, and scores. It's a 1-point game early in the last. Ben. Straight down the middle. And he threw up an absolute prayer. He's going to get shots, though, at the free throw line. The thing is, Joe has only taken 2 shots and he's been on for 10 minutes today. So, it's not entirely his fault. Ben shooting a couple. Free throw is good. Ben's been good from the line. So the second free throw coming up now. And he's got a second free throw. He's 4 of 5 from the line in this game. Mathurin, quick 3 early in the shot clock. And the game is tied. And Mathurin likes to turn it on in the 4th quarter. We've got to step up here. Ben through traffic. Clax. Morris. Please pass it. Seth. 5 seconds to shoot. Please. Please. Blocked. Oh. It's a violation. And they've stopped the play. So, interesting call there. Because they would have potentially had a transition bucket, but you got to get in a different team, man. Mathurin, who is guarding Johnson? I mean, to be fair, he's shit. Missed the 3, and now Ben just passed it straight to a pacer. Mathurin. And we're going to get a foul on Ben. Pacers crowd getting vocal. Game is tied. And your boy is going to the free throw line. Benedict Mathurin. So free throws for Mathurin. And he's good from the spot. But he missed the first one. Commentator's curse. Is that Simmons' fourth? Yes. Mathurin missed both. Ben. Joe. Clax. There's no spacing. You gotta get Kai on the floor or someone. Morris post up. Joe for three. Oh my god, that is hideous, man. Joe's got to get in the gym, bro. He is missing so many shots that he would usually make by his standards. McConnell to Heald. One-on-one with Claxton guarding on the outside. Spin move. Blocked by Claxton. And he's got something to say as well. 2.1 on the clock. That was a good move by Heald, but Claxton with an exceptional defensive stop there. So McConnell, they're going to get an open look. Mathurin for three. He's got it. And we're going to get a timeout. And Mathurin is fucking vocal. Sheesh. Oh my god, I can't be arsed. I cannot be arsed. What is that lineup that he brought out there? So they've gone on a 11-2 run, I think. Yeah. An 11-2 run. Why on earth did he think it was a good idea to bring out Claxton, Morris, and fucking Ben in the same lineup? And Joe. Fucking hell. You got to put Joe in a lineup with players that are going to attract attention. That's such an easy to defend lineup. Like, across Morris, Claxton, and Ben, there's no spacing, and Joe's not going to get the open threes he needs to get his confidence back. So, right now the leader's evaporated. I mean, mind you, it wasn't ever there, apart from the first quarter, but Mathurin's made a few shots, and now it gets very uncomfortable. It's a 3-point game. And look, yeah, I'm not sitting comfortably, I can say. I'm not confident. Yep. Not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. There's some work to do. Do you think O'Neal gets back in the game? Of course O'Neal's back in the game. Best lineup will probably be the starting lineup. Clax, Royce. Potentially Seth Curry will get minutes, but given he's been on the court for a bit of time now, then I would assume that we're going to give him a rest as well. I don't understand that lineup. I don't know shit about basketball. Probably shouldn't have done a parlay involving basketball then. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We're back in a couple days for Portland, and then we're basically doing every Nets game in the foreseeable future. Right. Here we go. We're going to need a response here, and we've got some good plays to get the job done. Though it starts with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is the man that needs to be on fire. Seth Curry stays in. I think Clax is on the bench. KD nearly lost the ball. And a turnover. And Mathurin scores again. That is poor, man. Gotta get some damn continuity with the offensive sets, man. We have not scored in a long time. I don't even think we've scored a field goal this quarter. KD, spin, and got it. When you need a man to score a bucket, you give it to Kevin Durant and you say, it's your time. Johnson. A team with Johnson, McConnell, and Mathurin have made inroads. And we're going to get a travel. So, immediately, you know, well, too much talking in this stream is making me lose my voice a little bit. 3-point game, 8 minutes to play. Ben! Oh my god, he's lost the ball too! And a foul and one. Why would you foul him there? That is so dumb. Why would you foul there? Give him the layup. That's so poor. You gotta have judgment. It's the turnovers that just keep on happening. Last few possessions, we just can't look after the ball. There is so much time to play in this game. We've got 7:50 to play. Mathurin misses another free throw. The lead is currently 5. Kyrie, one-on-one with Turner. We've got to move the ball. That's where the success arrived. That pass was shit. Kyrie. Oh my god, another fucking turnover. Travel again! First half the ball was zinging around. Now we can't even get the ball to anyone who can shoot it. Because we keep turning it over 5 seconds into the shot clock. Johnson into the paint on Royce O'Neal and he scores. We have not had that thought process. KD, one-on-one with Buddy. Please pass the ball. Royce for 3. It's a good look. He's got to knock it down. The lead has extended drastically to 7. Got to make sure the game doesn't get away. Johnson. Kick ball on Royce. You're stupid if you think Kyrie's dumb. Well, he's tried to foul Mathurin, who is significantly taller, and he's very clearly going to get a layup. Claxton's back in. Seth Curry's on the bench. So we've scored 2 points and let them score 17 in the damn quarter. I don't understand how you can fall into a rut this badly. It's their bench that have gotten the job done. Buddy Hield knocks down a 3. I mean, you gotta call a timeout, I think. The lead is 10. And if we don't get a bucket on this possession, you've got to call a timeout. What is this one-on-one crap? Kick it out. KD knocks it down. Finally, a bucket. And now we've got to get stops. That is step 1. Johnson. Bounce pass to Hield. And he threw it to the Nets bench. Mathurin had moved away from his position. And it's going to be Nets ball. What's going on here? Okay, so why did Seth go to the bench for like 20 seconds? What is the point of that? So KD, high screen Clax, KD for 3. Yes! And when you need to get buckets, you give KD the ball and you say, make shit happen. That's the Steve Nash way. McConnell into the paint. No! No! Challenge! 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 Please challenge! Challenge! You gotta challenge, man. He's on his 5th foul. That's never a foul. Oh my, that is a joke. Why would you not? That is the dumbest call not to challenge. What are you doing? And now Ben picks up his 5th. I can't help but think that is the dumbest foul to not challenge, man. If you win the challenge, you get the ball, they don't score 2 points, and he's not on 5 fouls. Why would you not challenge? So the lead is 7. And KD's got it. KD gets past Buddy. Kick out of Seth. Didn't shoot it. KD's going to get it back. He's going to shoot the 3. Oh! Foul and 1! Four-point play on the cards. Kevin Durant. I'll say it for the 3rd time. If you need someone to score buckets, you give it to Kevin Durant and you say, make shit happen. About time we get a call. Well, that was blatantly obvious. He stood in the landing room and hit him on the arm. So, timeout needed. Sheesh. Okay, it's box score time, baby. You can see Kevin Durant. Well, he was 7 of 20. And he has now made 7 of 21. And he's made 4 of his last 4 shots. And when other players haven't been able to hit shots and there's been turnovers constantly, he's been there. And I do think the key is we just can't afford to turn the ball over and give them extra looks. And you can see this is the situation here. And you can see the shooting is still fairly up. We've had 15 threes, less assists in this half, which is not a good sign. The Pacers, well, they got 22 from Hill, 21 from Turner on good efficiency. Halliburton's been good. Mathurin's picked up the pace in this second half, and their shooting, well, it's gone up a little bit. So we're down 4, and it's all about getting stops, number 1. And number 2, don't turn the ball over. That's it. That is it. It is as simple as that. As I say too many times on my streams, it is not rocket science. If you're enjoying the stream or have enjoyed the stream, drop a like and subscribe. We've got a bit to go in this game. We'll be back in a couple days for Nets Blazers, and then beyond that, Nets something else. You can see it on the right-hand side. Blazers, Magic, Wizards, Raptors, Celtics. Here we go. 4 minutes to play. No, 5.5 minutes to play. Plenty of time. And we're down 4. KD's got a free throw at the line. If our shooters are healthy, we should have 15 threes a game. The fact that Joe hasn't hit a 3, really helps us out. In the fact that we've still scored 15 threes without Joe having to hit a shot. Pacers went on a 17-2 run to start the quarter. A 24-4 run bridging the 3rd and the 4th. That is how they have the lead. Kevin Durant has led from the front in this second half. Or in this last quarter, should I say. As soon as he came back on, he's looked locked in. He's hit his last 4 shots. And it looks like if there's any guy that's going to get us over the line, it's probably Kevin Durant. So KD's free throw to send it back to a one-possession game is good. And here we go. 5:30 to play. The lead is 3 for Indy. Turner. Halliburton's going to receive the ball. Screen by Hield. Shoots. Oh my fucking god. Buddy Hield, are you on crack, bro? We're going to keep the scoreboard ticking. Kyrie's got it. McConnell's on KD, man. You got to get it to him. Kyrie's going to get it back. 1-2 with Royce. Shoots a 3. What is that offense? What is that offense? Pass the ball! Halliburton switch. Gets past Claxton. Blocked by Claxton on the trail. Nets are chokers. We have not really had a big lead. Oh, that is fucking idiotic. Again. Forced. An easy backdoor cut. I don't know who was on him, but that was the easiest procession to the basket of all time. Claxton just... I mean, Clax needed to be rim side, and he wasn't, and he just allowed a runway for Turner to easily score. Why have I let the scoreboard keep ticking? Let me fix that up for y'all. It's an 8-point lead, and the shot is off. Oh my god! What is this? Oh my life. I cannot believe what I just saw. From a side out, you turn it over. Let's have a look. Royce just hands it to KD. KD just too casual. And then we didn't have enough defenders to cover in the foul. What on earth are we doing? And I tell you what, the reason that the Nets are losing this game is the intensity has not been there. Why do the Pacers always play good fucking brands of basketball every time? KD on Hield. Let them go on a 7-0 run, and that's a bucket. And he wanted a foul. Oh, fuck off, man. Gets hit in the fucking face, and you call a technical for him to get up off because he got upset. It's a fucking joke, man. He got hit in the fucking face. Oh, my life. Fuck it, it is falling apart. Why is... Bring Ben on, man. You've got no reason to hold him out. And everything's going wrong. I'm getting upset. The Nets are getting upset. I'm forgetting to turn the clock off and on. It's all falling apart. Why the fuck is Ben Simmons still on the pine? You're going to let the game slip away with him out. They have, ever since McConnell's been in, it's seriously made a difference. Hield, travel. Why is it there, man? Oh my life. Is it going to change the 4 minutes? Come on. 17 turnovers to 9. I mean, there's the problem. KD pull-up is good. 7-point game with 4 minutes to play. We need to go on a run. It's 100% achievable. Tyrese, in a switch with Claxton. Drives. Held up. Well. Halliburton drives. Blocked by Claxton! No! What is going on? What are you... Oh my god, this is a joke of a game. The refs cannot let this... The refs seriously cannot get a grapple of this game. Hopeless. So, Claxton has swatted the shit out of Halliburton. Halliburton needed to get held back. I didn't see what else just happened. Let's have a look at the replay. So, Halliburton goes for the layup. He missed it. And the camera doesn't pick up. Oh, Claxton got tripped up. Oh, okay. So Claxton bumped Halliburton by the looks on the way through. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. And I could say that that's a foul on Clax. Because it looked like he extended his arm. And, I mean, if that ends up being pacer ball, that really just tells the story about how this last quarter has gone. Nothing has gone our way. Turnovers, undisciplined. The Pacers have just looked more engaged in this quarter. This could go either way. This could go either way. I mean, given the way the game has gone, Nets are sad. They can't get any rebounds and the turnovers are crazy. The rebounds hasn't been a problem in this game. Unlike the last game or other games. But the turnovers, man, and the undiscipline. I just feel Clax... I don't think... Clax could get pinged for the bump, but he didn't extend his arm. He did give him a hip and shoulder, but well, 3:38 to play. This has just stunted any opportunity that we would have had to, potentially go on a late game run. We've had 8 free throws this game. That is unbelievable. What's happening? Let's have a look what it is. Are you kidding me? That's it. That is the game right there. So Clax has got a flagrant 1, so they're going to get shots and the fucking ball. That's it. That is it. That is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. I have absolutely no idea why you would hip and shoulder someone when we've got the ball clearly in transition. That is simply put, on that and the Kyrie Irving foul on the fast break, among other things, I mean, it is purely undisciplined and turnovers. That is the way that this last quarter has gone. We've haven't had control on the game, but have had the lead pretty much the whole way until the last quarter when we let them go on a run. started turning the ball over. We're undisciplined, bad shots. That lineup that Jacques Vaughan put in stunted the momentum so badly. I mean, if we're going to win this, we need to go on a late game run. The game's not over, but we need stops the rest of the way. Mathurin. Good defense, KD. Drive. Oh, you cannot be serious! Another foul! This is a joke, man. KD gets poked in the eye on one end and they shed a blind eye, and on the other end, they're fucking not even getting hit with contact and there's fouls, man. Oh, jeez. So Mathurin's free throw is good. That's number one. I mean, at this point, just use a challenge, man. That is not a foul. They're just falling over. Oh, mates. 122, 111. I mean, this one's done. We've got 3 minutes to play. KD shoots a three, top of the key, and missed it. I mean, that is just fair damn play to Indiana, because they have brought the heat this last quarter and we have not been up for the task. Disengaged in a number of ways. Halliburton drives, stops, ball fake, kick out McConnell, drive into the paint, gets to his spot, which is that 10-foot mark. And there it is. McConnell has a lot to say. And if you're a Pacer fan, full credit to you. Full credit to you for celebrating. I tuned in for play-by-play and I get 5 minutes of crying. Come on, bro. I mean, look. I'm doing the play-by-play. At the same time, I'm not going to hold back with the authenticity. At the same time, I'm not going to hold back. As a supporter, I am not going to hold back, and I'm going to get upset. Sometimes the emotions take hold. If I was doing a neutral game, sure, I'd understand what you're saying. But given I'm actually a fan of the org, a little bit difficult when you get triggered at some foul calls that aren't there. The last quarter, though, I mean, it's just shithouse. I mean, we've scored how many points? About 15, and they've scored 36. It has been a capitulation of the highest order. A 19-point swing in the last quarter, and I mean, Ben went to the bench. That foul on Ben, and the game has just fallen away since that point. You had to bring him in early. You had to give him a minute and a half of rest. You had to give him a minute and a half of rest. 3.5 minutes, and the lead now out to 13. It's too late. KD is fouled. He scores and one. Too much crying, B-Man, and accept the Nets are whack. I don't care. I'm going to be a fan of him anyway. I'm here because I have Hallie and Claxton on my team. I have Halliburton on my team. Absolute gun. But look, whether they're whack or not, I'm still going to support them for whatever. Whether they're winning or losing, I'm still going to support them. So it's a 10-point game. 2:33 to play. Is there any hope? It's going to start with a stop. And McConnell could have just laid it up and in, and he rolled it back out. KD has scored 18 in the last quarter. I'm pretty sure that's every single point for the Nets in the quarter. McConnell missed the layup. Go. Push the pace. Move it. KD. Drive. Gets to the hole. Made it. Where was this earlier? 2 minutes. We need an 8-0 run. We need to force turnovers and misses. Halliburton controls, and he's got Ben on him. What's going on? It looks like they're going to set something up for Hield or Turner if it's not Halliburton. He's guarded by KD. Halliburton, borderline rolling the ball on the floor. Sidestep 3 is off. Get the rebound, Ben. Go! Oh! Okay. That's a plus. That's a plus. We got the ball from one end to the other in about 3 seconds. The ball was deflected out. 1:32 to play. The lead is currently 8. Thanks for the stream. All good, my guy. Emotions get the better of you. KD. Step back 3. Oh my god, that's such a terrible look! Halliburton, layup, game over. Bring in the bench. And another turnover. What is Royce doing, man? I mean, are these players blind? Do you not see that there's an Indiana player in the passing lane that's going to read it? And the Pacers will be winning on the back of conceding just under 130 for the second... This is the second time this year we have conceded roundabout, 125 plus. We've conceded 125 plus to the Pacers for the second time this year. And Halliburton's a straight beast. He is a monster. But I tell you what, you cannot concede this many points. And Ben's gone, by the way. He is fouled out. Why is it every time I stream that we seem to play like absolute shit? Ben had a good game, but I can't help but think we needed to challenge a few plays ago when Ben seemingly got fouled or had a foul called on him for a phantom call. It was a phantom foul. Like, it was not visible at all. I cannot help but think that if we did that, 2 points go back our way if we win the challenge. You had nothing to lose at the time. You win the challenge. Ben stays in on 4 fouls. 2 points go away for Indy. Potential momentum is lost. And Ben wouldn't have to sit. It's really that simple. And in a time where we needed stops, that was ever important. That we got stops. What's the Nets record? It's going to go to 9-11. The second time we've had a chance to tie it up at 500. Oh my god, Mathurin with a block. He has been on crack. And he got a technical. He got a technical for getting hyped that he got a block. That really sums it up in terms of the refs this time around, man. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not even capping. I think KD scored nearly every single one of our points in this quarter. The problem is they've scored 40. They scored 40 in the game. Or in this quarter. I mean, it just... I mean, conceding 128 is unacceptable. In any game. Unacceptable. That'll do it. Hold on. That's the shot clock violation. And we will wait for the clock to run. I'm just going to let it run anyway because we already know what the result's going to be. But if we're going to be honest, the game is over. The final score is 128-117. And when we talk about it in the grand scheme of things, we look at the box score and we see this. KD ended with 36, but I would argue the KD getting 36 actually stunted the momentum Ben Simmons, Claxton, in foul trouble. You know, KD scored 18 in the last and missed one shot. The problem, we kept trying to force it to him, and we turned the ball over excessively. Nets lose, Lakers win, gotta love it. Tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. You can see the bench as well. I mean, there was no scoring in that last quarter from the bench. There was barely any scoring from the starting lineup in the last quarter. Kyrie had one shot. Ben didn't shoot. Clax didn't shoot. It was all KD. And assist-wise, I don't know. I mean, amazingly, we shot the ball still pretty well, but the problem is the turnover number. Let's have a look. First, let's have a look at the Pacers. 3 scorers above 20. I mean, that's going to help you ever so much. And Mathurin in the last quarter switched on and scored the bulk of his points in the last. But if we look at the Pacers and we see the shots, first half, the key was there was no disparity in shots. Rebounding numbers, they didn't get offensive boards. The turnovers was sort of up for us, but for them we needed to force more. You're seeing here, the Pacers got their shooting up. They had 38 free throws. Only the 5 offensive boards, which is fine. That's an improvement on past games, but turnover number was 9 for them. And overall they had 86 shots. We had 88 shots. So we had a couple more shots. Made 15 threes, which was how many more? 3 more than them. The problem was we had 28 less free throws. 28. And the turnover count, 18. And there is where all the shots are coming from. All the extra points are coming from. If all we could do was look after the ball, number one, and keep them off the free throw line, this game would have been ours. Unfortunately, you're not going to win games on the back of conceding 128. And you're not going to win games on the back of conceding 40 in one quarter. We lose when our attitude and energy is poor. If you could take the temperature of camaraderie before a game, it feels like you could probably predict the win/loss. It changes game by game, and it's all about getting consistency, and unfortunately we can't get that at the moment. I would argue that the intensity was there for the majority of the game. It was the last quarter that it fell off. And it was that lineup that Jacques Vaughn rolled out, which stunted the momentum. That 17-2 run they went on at the start of the last quarter stopped us dead in our tracks. Let's have a look at your player of the game and what people have been saying there. Ben Simmons because Mans is just popping off. Yeah, put your player of the games in the chat if you want. Some people saying Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant for me. I mean, you could say Kevin Durant now, but I'd argue maybe not. Given the offense hit a wall as soon as he started taking hold of the game. 20 games in, the Nets are still the Nets. 5 to 10 more games of this and panic meter goes to 9. I don't think so. I think we've had a pretty rough stretch of games. There's been quite a few difficult matches. We've got a run of games. We've got the... mind you, they could be trap games. We've got the Blazers next. The Magic, the Wizards, the Raps, and the Celtics. All winnable fixtures by our standards, but we have to be locked in. Every time we lose, it's because we're not locked in. And shit can hit the fan and get out of hand. It's not ideal. Yeah. So it is what it is. I mean, it just really... It's just like tacking on another game to the list that, you know, the list of games where it's just hectic. It's a roller coaster ride supporting, you know, there can never be a dull moment in a Nets season. I mean, I would love to go back a few years where there was no expectation and only good vibes. But here we are now, and games like this, I mean, we've lost to the Pacers twice in the first 20 games. And I would argue that for for the 2 losses, we've been pretty poor defensively. And turnovers. This game, it wasn't so much 3-point shooting, but the last quarter, the defense went out the window. Mind you, it wasn't really existent. I mean, they got more stops on the defensive side, and that's exactly what we needed, especially in the back end of the game, because we could not get any stops in the last quarter. Whether that may be because we were giving away flagrant fouls, whether we were giving away technical fouls, whether we were fouling in a really undisciplined manner. You know, it's for us, like, as much as we can put blame on the refs or whatever, this loss is, it's us to blame. It is us to blame, for this. But unfortunately, that's it. We've just got to live with it. We've got to move forward. And hopefully we can actually pick up the pace and put together a good performance in a couple of days' time against the Blazers. Speaking of which, I'm going to wrap it up here. But if you did enjoy this one, make sure to drop a like and subscribe so you're notified for when I go live next. It will be the next Nets fixture that I go live, which is in a couple of days against the Blazers in a matinee fixture. I don't ever want to see Morris, Claxton and Simmons on the floor together again. As I said, that was awful decision making by Jacques Vaughn. If there's one decision or 2 decisions I have to blame him for, it was that lineup and not challenging the Simmons call in the last quarter, which could have done so much to swing the game. Anyway, that'll do it. What a roller coaster. Hope you enjoyed it despite the constant swearing and screaming and sadness and depression and all those things that arrive with watching Nets basketball specifically. But we'll be back in a few days' time. Hopefully, smooth sailing and my PC doesn't shit itself again. But that'll do it. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I've lost my voice. And that'll do it. So thank you. Have a good one. We'll see you in a couple days. Bye-bye.